Hello everyone, today I'm going to be reviewing Kehlani's CRASH album track by track. Track 1 is Groove Theory. I think that this was a super cool intro for the album. I love the production and vocals here, nice chord progressions. It had kind of a 50s, 60s vibe in the first half of the song, I think with the vocal arrangements and stuff. I like the songwriting on here, and I like that it was two different songs. And the second half I felt like was a more psychedelic part, and everything really worked together perfectly, and this is definitely going to be one of my favorite songs on the album. I think we're starting off strong. Track 2 is Next to You. I really like the transition into the song, and I think it's an enjoyable track overall. Really like the vocals, production, songwriting, all of it worked. Track 3, After Hours. So this was a single. I heard it whenever it was released. I honestly didn't go up for it. Upon re-listening to it, it's grown on me. I think it kind of sounds generic for Kehlani at this point, and it's kind of giving Asian music. It's not a horrible song. It's just, I don't know, there's better songs in this album. Track number 4 is What I Want. So this samples What a Girl Wants by Christina Aguilera, and I love that song actually. And I love the lyric whenever she said, "Heard these bitches throwing shade, I want the Prada wants to match." I think this was a decent track overall. I love the vocal delivery here, good production, and the second half of the song was great. Track 5 is the title track, Crash. I thought it was good. The chord progressions really reminded me of Love on the Brain by Rihanna off the Anti album, which was a great song. Track number 6 is 8. I think this is a good record overall. I like the production, the vocals on here. I think that the chorus was weak though. I do think that it was underwhelming. That's the one thing I have against the song. It doesn't completely ruin the song, but that's something that I don't like with songs, is whenever they build it up and then the chorus is just like, you could have done better. And so that's kind of how I feel with that song, but I liked it overall. Track number 7 is Susia featuring Jill Scott and Young Miko. I think the intro was a chop by Jill Scott, and I just don't care for her in general wanting to defend Chris Brown and her stepfather who was laying concrete or whatever the fuck she says. I just don't go for her in general, and so the intro was a chop. I just didn't need the features on the song. I think that Kehlani was fine on the song alone, and the features dragged it down. Not horrible, but in comparison to the rest of the track listing, it kind of was a disappointment. Track 8 is Better Not. So this is an acoustic record. I think it was really refreshing on the album, has kind of a country vibe to it, and I think it could do well on a country radio station. And I love the vocals on here, and you know, she's basically saying, though we're a little more than friends, I better not catch you doing that shit again. It just hurts to see X move on. Track number 9 is Tears featuring Omale. I just thought that this song was mid. There's parts of it that I liked, but overall it felt very generic to me, and there wasn't a whole lot for me to appreciate with the song. Track 10 was Vegas. I thought it's okay. As it settles in, I start to enjoy it more, and it was kind of giving me a Taylor Swift vibe. It might be the vocal deliveries and stuff like that, but it was definitely reminding me of Taylor Swift. Maybe something off of the Lover album, which I think was an underrated album by a lot of y'all, by the way. And so I like the ending of the song. Track 11 is Deep. It was meh. I didn't really care for the vocal production on here. I thought it was too repetitive. The songwriting on here was underwhelming, and just as a song, I expected more. I don't know how this made the cut for the album. Yeah, it should have been scrapped. Track 12 is Chapel. I think that this is a nice track. Really pretty vocals on here. Like the production, like the writing a lot. And track 13, Lose My Wife. A good track, and this is the final song on the album, and it's a nice way to close everything off. I would have preferred Chapel as a closer now that I think about it, but it's decent overall. So my overall review of this album, it's not as bad as my friends were telling me that it was. Like, I was going into this album expecting it to just absolutely be horrible, but I was trying to keep an open mind. And then whenever I listened to it, I was like, you know what? This is actually a decent body of work overall. I do think that towards the end, like tracks 9 through 13, it kind of does weaken out for the most part. I think the first half of the album is stronger, but I mean, I think that there's a lot of good songs on this. My favorite songs on this, Groove Theory, like I said, great intro. What I Want, really like the sample, and then Better Not. Those are my top 3. But overall, I mean, I enjoy this album. So a lot of their fans didn't really go for the album. The only Kehlani albums I've heard before this was Blue Water Road and Sweet Sexy Savage. So maybe that's why I like the album. Maybe once I finish the discography, my thoughts will change. But I enjoy the release. Generally good vocals, good production, good songwriting. We had some underwhelming moments, as I already discussed. But I went in. I really like it for what it is. So I thought it'd be fitting to review this album. And I'm really late to it, but why not review another album? That's one of my big goals this year. But let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Do you like the album? Do you not? How would you rank this in their discography and stuff? I would love to know all that. And if you have any other albums you want me to review, let me know down below in the comments, because like I said, this is something I want to do more this year. This past week, I just reviewed Charlie XCX's past album, and I really enjoyed that, so you can check out my track review there. Sorry for the late upload today. I have just been sick today, but really wanted to try my best to get this out. But that's going to be it for the video. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, give it a like below. It helps me out a lot on YouTube algorithm. very much appreciate it. You can subscribe for more videos like this. If you hit the bell, you get a notification if you want I post to not miss any videos come out. Every week I'm uploading an album review or album reaction or something music related, so you can check me out there. And then the first link in my description is going to be my second channel. I upload every single day on there. I have not missed a day this year, and I intend to complete the year. This is something that I'm very proud of. We have a lot of music discussions on there. I just posted a video today, and I talked about what is my personal favorite song of all time. Posted a recent video talking about bad albums by pop stars in my opinion, and then I also did something on the flip side of that, artists who I feel like have no bad albums. I gave you my favorite albums for the summertime and some other stuff. So those are kind of the music conversations we have every day. But I also talk about other stuff. I like sports. I like the WNBA, and so that's something I've started to talk about. I like the NFL, so we got some videos on that as well. I've done some tier lists. Dance House is one of my favorite shows. I got plenty of videos on that, ranking all the seasons of the show and a bunch of other stuff like funny compilations and stuff. So my goal for that channel, post what I want, whenever I want, and just try to have a bunch of different diverse content. So if you want to see more of me, if you want to see some shorter form content, check out the second channel. It'll be the first link below. And so I'm also going to have social media, right? So Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, my TikTok account's also going to have my earbuds. If you'd like to see what I listen to in real time, it's also going to be there. And lastly, I have links to educate you guys on important situations. Palestine, this is something we must educate ourselves on. And if you wanted to learn more about the cause or donut, I have links for that. And also, please register to vote. I will be voting for Kamala in November. I think this is something important to kind of raise our awareness on that. And that's something that's very important to me, to use my voice for political stuff. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in my next one.